Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's devlog, I'm excited to show you how I added a brand new feature to Guardians of the Kingdom, the Encyclopedia, a knowledge base where players can learn all about new enemies and towers. This idea actually came from one of you, so thank you for your feedback and for helping shape the game. I'm always open to more suggestions, so keep them coming. In this video, we will focus on setting up the UI in Unity, tackle some tricky challenges along the way, and share a few handy tricks I've learned. Plus, I will explain how I optimize the guide to make sure it's a valuable tool without taking too much space. So let's dive in. I started with adding a button. It's gonna be a book icon to indicate a knowledge base. To make it stand out a bit more, I added a radial gradient behind it, changed the color and animated it. I think it indicates more to the player to interact with the book. It took me a while to figure out how I want the guide to be displayed, and in the end I settled for a table with two books on it, one for towers and one for enemies. When I placed books on the table, they felt a bit too flat. They were lacking dimension. So I duplicated the image, converted it to black, and decreased the opacity. This allows me to have a detailed shadow without hitting the performance. Because there are 5 towers in the game, I opted for a horizontal layout, meaning each tower will take a full width of the screen. This allows me to put a small image of the tower to indicate which tower we are talking about, and then a lengthy description so that I can put all the necessary information for the player. Then I added some extra spacing between them, and our tower panel is done. For enemies, they don't have a lot of details. They have only speed, health and value. Because of this, I knew that in one row I can fit a lot of enemies, so players can scroll through them quicker. Once I figure out how I want to present all the details for one enemy, I just duplicated many times and changed images and values. Then it was time to code. We need a way to open and close these panels. So the code was extremely simple. On button click, either open the panel or close it, depending on the button. I reused the same script on multiple panels, assigned all the variables, and everything worked the first time. But during testing, I found out an issue where on different aspect ratio screens, like a tablet for example, the UI would be completely broken. It took me a while to figure out what was the issue. But it all came down to aspect ratio filter. It's a really useful component that allows me to display the same image on all type of screens. Depending on the aspect ratio, the image might be slightly cropped, but the main thing I need is preserved. However, in this instance, it broke the functionality. On some devices, it would be unreadable. So once I figure out the issue, I just removed the component. This means the image will be scaled depending on the screen. It will be either squished or stretched. However, I tested on almost a square screen and the table still looks like a table, so that's fine with me. As a last step, I did some optimization. So I compressed and resized all the textures I used. Originally, one texture took almost half a megabyte, and with all the compression and resizing, it's around 20 kilobytes. So these are huge savings. And it allows me to keep the game small and easy to download. And with that, the Encyclopedia is officially live. Players can now study towers and enemies, learn valuable stats, and use this knowledge to fine-tune their strategies. I will keep the guide updated every time I add new enemies or make changes to the game. What do you think about this new feature? Is it useful? Is there anything you would like to see added to the guide? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your feedback. In the next video, we will be diving into creating maps 25, 26 and 27. It's gonna be a time-lapse without any commentary, so you can just relax and enjoy the video. Make sure to like and subscribe to stay updated on my dev journey. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.